Couple years down the road, you're out one night, Saturday night, doing a show. It's fucking red hot. Everybody's killing it. It's at this place called Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bar area.
A bar, BAR, and then ARRHEA.
Okay. So it's a good gig. Things are going good then on in the
Yeah,
show.
they got like a little showroom in the back. Seats maybe like 50 people, 75 if they bring chairs in. It's like nice, intimate. You're close to the audience.
Love it.
It's
It's the ones they do best and
red hot, right? You murder this show. And everybody kills it. But you especially have like a very good set. You're kind of hanging out, waiting to get paid out for the show. And this woman walks up to you, and she is drop dead gorgeous.
really.
She's like 5'7". She has olive skin. She has jet black hair. It's kind of back in a ponytail. Big doe brown eyes. Looking into him is like pulling a fucking tin of brownies out of the oven, you know?
Whoa.
And everything just kind of gets cranked all the way up. She's magnetic and familiar, and a smile that the first time you see it, you think, I wish I could wake up to this every day for the rest of my life. And that thought almost falls out of you.
Jeez.
I mean,
Wow. Okay.
she's wearing a very well fitting red dress. And she says, Pat. And you kind of look at her and you're like, you're just like, she's one of those people that you just have to stop and sort of like take in a way.
Yeah.
And so you have to be deliberate about it. And so you take that moment to yourself. And she's like, Pat. And you kind of shake out of it. You're like, oh, so
What the
you're like,
fuck?
sorry. You're like, sorry. She goes, do you recognize me? And you kind of like give her a once over. Maybe you take your time with it, you know?
What do you like? I linger on
And
I
you
linger
have
on her.
to
All
let it
right.
linger. You have to, you have to, you have to let it linger. Because you can't take your fucking eyes off this woman.
You know I'm such a fool for you.
But I love to eat your chicken finger.
That's the version I'm
That was the
singing in
original
my
version.
head. Oh, okay.
That was the original version. They changed it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You kind of look her over and you're like, I'm really sorry. I'm not good with faces. And she goes, it's me. It's Kit Gregory. Kit Gregory was this
Well,
tomboy of a girl that used to live on your block.
okay.
She was a year younger than you. You were friends with her older brother, Sean Gregory. You guys like ran around the neighborhood, you rode your bikes all over the place. You went and got sodas. You drank them in the park. Like, he was just like that kind of a friend. You played Nintendo 64 at his house. Wave Race was the very first Nintendo 64 game you played. Sean had the first one in the whole fucking neighborhood.
And all of the
You
hamlet.
like you and like six of your friends like gathered around in his basement, just playing Nintendo 64 all fucking night. His parents
Yeah,
ordered pizza, right?
the
You guys
absolute
rented the
best.
you rented the Crow. No, you didn't watch it because you guys were too busy playing 64. You drank so much soda, right?
I bet, dude.
One of the best nights of your life. And Kit was always kind of there. She was always around. You know, sometimes you needed a sixth person for your basketball game. A kid could hold her own. You know, sometimes you'd go over to their house for dinner and you know, she's just around. You're watching TV with her. You grew up with her.
Yeah, a
And
real
she has
tomboy.
grown into a real tomboy, but she has grown into like being a beautiful woman. Like a like an un like yeah, she was always kind of cute, you know, but this is like next level babe.
Wow. Okay. But she's like in her 30s now.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
She said, she's like, yeah, I didn't know you lived here. She was, I just moved here like 3 months ago for work. And
Oh,
me and
really?
some of my coworkers came out for this show and I saw your name and I was like, wait. And she's like, you were so funny.
Oh, thank
And
you.
she goes, she's like, it's so good to see you. And she reaches out and she gives you a big hug. The other comics are looking at you like, whoa, Pat, you know?
I'm impressing them. Who's there?
Oh yeah. Danny Goodwin is there.
He
Uh,
would he would absolutely as a joke do that, but you're saying but he's legitimately impressed with me.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
Sawyer Stull shows up.
All the
Derek Copswa is there.
all the bad boys of Austin comedy are there.
So you're like, you guys are hanging out. You kind of like leave you do kind of linger a little in the showroom as it empties out. And you and Kit kind of talk, and she like says goodbye to her, you know, her coworker. She goes, "I'm gonna catch you." She's like, "Yeah, I told you. It was like my neighbor, like one of my best friends growing up."
I would like wave at him. Hey,
And they all were like, "You were so funny," you know.
thank you.
Everybody had a great time.
Cool. What did I
So
get paid?
you got paid $100 and you got to order anything off of the dinner menu. Anything off the dinner menu. As long as
Absolutely.
it'll fit in like a to-go bag, you can get it.
Oh man, I could love
And
that.
they're like, honestly, if there's something that you want that's not on the menu, just let us know. We got a full kitchen, right? They're very cool.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I'll just get something on the menu.
What do you get? What would you look for?
I think I would look for something that I would need to eat with a fork as opposed to my hands.
So you look through, they have like sandwiches and wraps and paninis, and
Yeah, I'm not
then
really trying to do
you're
that.
like you're like looking at the entrees, you know,
Yeah.
they've got a whole section on bowls, salads. They got pasta, you know, they got chicken wings.
Oh, I get some
Now that
wings.
you know,
Damn it. No, I need some with a fork. Fuck it. I get the wings. Whatever.
so you talk
Let's
to
be
you
honest.
talk to the waiter, and he was like, he goes, look, we our chef's making chicken parm tonight.
Oh,
He goes, it's top notch stuff.
this is
He
such a
goes,
great
trust me
night.
on this one. So you put your order in for chicken parm. You you're there with Kit, and she was like, it's so great to see you. She goes, now that like I'm in town, you're in town. She's like, let's hang out. She's like, what are you doing on Saturday? And you honestly don't have anything going on. So you kind of go like,
I don't have
oh
to be
man,
at the
like I
Velveeta room.
really no. You guys
Okay.
hired a robot to be the manager.
Yeah.
Michael's cousin learned how to make a robot, and
Really?
they made a robot and they downloaded your brain to it. So it's like running the Valve right now, you know. So
Oh,
you're
okay.
free to do more stand up, you know, but they make it look like you. So,
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh. Is it obvious that it's a robot or is it like
It's very obvious it's a robot.
Okay, well then, yeah, that's fine. Okay, sure. Fuck yeah.
But they painted a shirt on it and it says Pat on it.
Oh,
Uh,
good.
so yeah, there's the robot Pat is running the valve, so you don't have anything going on,
A
and you're
robot
you're
took
like
my job
honestly, well,
with my, I
the
guess with
robot is
my,
they're still paying you.
yeah,
Let's be
okay.
fair. You're just dipping out,
What use does a robot have for
and
money?
robot exactly. You know, you just at the end of every night you unscrew a lid right where his asshole would be, and you have to reach up inside of him, and he goes, oh, he makes like a subtle moan when you reach inside of him and retrieve the electrical plug, and when you insert the plug into the socket, like there's like an outline of like a cock in on the jeans that like
Yeah.
faintly glows.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
how you know it's charging.
Why would
And like if you're on like 10% battery, you're gonna have like the penis size on the robot is like 10%. So then it grows as it charges, length and girth.
so the more electricity, the bigger the wang is what you're saying.
Well, the more charged it is, the charge meter will exhibit it's just a charge meter, Whereas on
Okay.
your cell phone, it's a battery. On this one, it's like you look at the penis of the robot, and it's like the exact same length, width, girth, shape, size of yours.
I can't tell you how upsetting that would
So
be.
you can look at it and in a moment's notice know how much charge it needs. Right.
Oh man, I hope this doesn't become the standard of how we measure
I mean, it's
charges.
just it's just the thing that Michael's cousin does. He's like that's just where I had to put the light. He's like, there's a lot of delicate components in here.
What's this dude's name?
Michael's cousin.
Yeah.
This is Michael's cousin, uh, Skyler.
Skylar Park.
Yeah,
Robot
he's like a big tech
genius.
he's like a big tech nerd,
Okay.
He's very curious. He was like taking things apart at a young age and putting them back together. Michael said, "Yeah, he's always had a thing for gadgets and gizmos."
Wow.
But either way, point being, you don't have anything going on Saturday. So you tell Kit, you're like, "Yeah, I'm free." She's like, "Great. Here's my number. Let's get dinner." And she kind of like
Sure.
runs a finger like across your shoulder. She goes, "I'm excited to get to know you as an adult, Pat."
Wow.
And there is like there's heat lightning in the distance. It's just like it's like that kind of a night. A soft rain begins to fall in the parking lot. You watch her leave. She hits her beeper, gets into a newer model Camry, drives away. The moment she's out of eyesight, the waiter goes, "Hey Pat, you ready to go?" And he pops this bag on the bar. You look inside. It's this bag is full. You're like, "What the fuck?" You pop open one box. It's like a garlic bread. It's like a
Oh, they
side
hooked it up.
box. They hooked it up with the garlic bread. You open up the other box. It's a little smaller. There's a dozen chicken wings in there. He goes, "Don't tell anybody."
Oh
And he goes, "Don't
shit.
open that parm till you get home."
I won't.
So you drive home. I got to be honest with you, Pat. It is the best chicken parm you've had in your whole fucking life.
Wow.
Every bite is like somehow like the crisp of the fried chicken never gets soggy underneath the tang of the tomato sauce, the parmesan, the mozzarella, that in-house made spaghetti, three twirls like you always do.
In-house made. Wow.
Yeah. They make their noodles in-house. It's fucking incredible, right? And you sit in bed eating like the best chicken parm of your life, this gorgeous woman's number in your phone, and you've got a date in 3 days. Life is good.
Wow.
You go to sleep. You wake up the next day, you're like, well, okay, I'm gonna clean my apartment. I'm gonna, you're like, I make like a list of things to do because you never know. What are the ladies coming over?
Oh, sure. Yeah, yeah.
Possibly. So you think I'm gonna go, I'm gonna have some lunch. I'm gonna come back. I've got a full day of work ahead of me. You don't have anything going on. So you're like, I'm gonna knock all this out. You go to a little restaurant, a little bar restaurant down the street from your place. They have a great lunch special. It's like a sandwich and salad for like 9.99. It's something stupid at this point. You go in there. It's a little place called Itty Bitties. And it's called that because it like so there's like it's like a small restaurant bar that has like a venue in the back. You've done some shows there in the past, you know. It's got a big open stage. Uh it's more of like a concert venue than like a stand-up venue. So sort of how like, the Spider House Ballroom, like there's not like chairs out for stuff sometimes, It's just
Yeah.
you just gotta kind of go, you're gonna stand there. It's one of those.
Okay.
But you like their sandwich salad combo, their lunch combo that they have, right? And you've been there a few times, They got
Okay.
a what kind of sandwich? Like if you were gonna get like a deli sandwich, something like that. What's your go-to?
I guess at the top of my head, I some kind of like Italian sub for sure.
They've got a hot Italian. It's called the Vinny Garnecchi, and it's just called the hot Italian, 8 inches long.
Okay.
It's like a toasted, salami, mortadella, pepperoni.
The hot Italian.
They put a hot Italian. They put banana peppers on it, oregano. You got some provolone.
Okay.
You got a jardiniere. It's fucking good.
Really?
And they got a little side salad. What kind of dressing do you get?
Um,
Ranch, balsamic, blue
I'll just be
cheese.
honest with you. I'm not going to eat a salad. I just don't really eat salads.
They go, well, I got to bring one out to you. It's the rule.
Okay.
What kind of dressing would
Uh,
you like?
honey mustard.
They go, great. So you sit there, you listen. You got headphones in. You're listening to some music.
Wait, do I get
You're
soup?
just kind of like, no, it's a sandwich and salad combo.
Oh, I thought it was soup. God damn it. All right,
No,
that's fine.
sandwich and salad. Remember how you picked the hot Italian?
I remember. I remember the hot Italian.
So that hot Italian comes out and it is hot, right? You take a bite of it, it's fucking great. They bring a side salad out, a little romaine, red onion, julienne carrot, daikon radish, honey mustard on the side, cherry tomatoes.
Standard salad.
They go, okay, and enjoy a standard salad.
All
You have
right,
a
thank
really
you.
nice lunch meal. You feel like a pep in your step. You feel like man, like this beautiful woman wants to hang out with me, right? And itty bitties is kind of like it's like kind of a weird place. Like you never really see anybody else in there. Like it's not there just like aren't other patrons. You've only been there a few times, and you like I said, you've had the special and it's pretty good, but you've been there like during the
Okay.
day, and there's just not a big demand for itty bitties. But every time you drive by it at night, you see that it's like a hopping place. Parking lot's full. Neon lights are on.
Oh
There's a lot
no.
of revelry coming from
But
inside.
there's
People are
but
having a
there's
good
no one
time there.
there?
No, at night there is, but during the day there's really not.
Oh, I
You know,
see. Okay.
you so you eat your lunch, right? You leave, you go home, you start to clean your place, you get to work, everything looks great, right? You're just like in preparation of this potential event. And you're like looking forward to like catching up with an old friend, but there was like clearly like some sort of connection, chemistry, a spark, whatever you want to call it, it was there.
Okay.
So you guys actually start to text and start to kind of make plans of where you're thinking about going. And there is a sense of anticipation that's building within you. You go to bed after spending the whole day like cleaning. Before you do, you like you go to plug your phone in at night. You take your wallet out of your pants that you were wearing that day, you throw them in the hamper. You open up your wallet, you realize, oh fuck, I left my tab open at Itty Bitties. You just left your card there, right?
Well, it doesn't really matter. I have like Apple Pay.
Yeah, but it's just like the frustration of it. You know how some places are when you do that kind of shit.
Well, they'll
You think,
close it out. I'm
whatever, I'll
sure they'll
I'll
put
fix
like
it.
a, yeah,
Yeah, they'll tip themselves generously, I'm sure,
yeah, it's fine. They
whatever.
got my card on file
And
or whatever.
yeah, it's right there. No big deal. At least I like know where it is. So you go to sleep.
Hold on. So it's a sandwich place that holds on
It's
to
like a
your credit
bar.
card?
It's like a bar restaurant. It's like a
Okay.
bar restaurant. You like order from the bar. You walk up, you go to the menu, and then you fucking you give them your card. Your
I
card's
got to be
there.
honest. I'm a little annoyed that I didn't realize it was a salad place because I was like, oh, I should get the French dip, but no, I shouldn't do that because I'm getting soup with it. So there's too much liquid.
Yeah, at no point did I say soup at all.
No, I
Um,
know.
yeah, there'll be other times, and yeah, and
I
you kind
hope
of you kind
so.
of think that before you go to bed. You go, man, and you go, it's perfect. I got to go back there to get my card anyway. I'll just have a French dip before I go.
Oh shit.
You think that's itty bitty's double dip, and you go to sleep with a smile on your fucking face.
Okay.
You come to, and you are in a steaming hot room. You
Mm.
can't see through all the steam. It is scorching your skin. Like it's too hot. It's probably not dangerous
Uh,
hot, but it's too hot. You hear the clang of like china on china, like somebody's like stacking dishes or whatever. You hear the ringing of silverware. And then you hear the sound of like a panel sliding upward on some kind of a rail, and you are ejected out of a dish sanitizer, and you're like sitting in like one of those little dish racks. It's like a dish rack where you put cups before you send them through like one of those big sanitizing
uh-huh.
machines. You're like laying on that. You are very small. You are probably about 12 inches tall.
What?
Yeah. And you come out kind of like in the Matrix, like a couple of the kitchen workers like pull you out. They pick you up, they give you an apron to dry your hot little cock off after being in that sweat
Ah,
house and
but hold
that
on.
steam room.
Are they also an inch tall?
Oh, like a foot tall. A couple of them are. A couple of them are like, normal size adult humans. So to you, they look like fucking giants.
Oh
But
no.
there are a couple of other foot tall people there. One guy sort of leans up against the wall as the others like drag you out of they drag you out of that sanitizer. You're laying on that rack. He throws you a towel, you dry off. You go, what the fuck? And he goes, you left your card open, didn't you? And you go,
No.
yeah. And he goes, happens to all of us. He takes a long drag off of what would to us look like a very small cigarette. He goes, welcome to Itty Bitties. And you look around, and in the kitchen of Itty Bitties, it is staffed by dozens of foot tall people.
Okay.
and they're like they're like making your burgers, they're pounding them out. They've got like hammers, they got somebody shaping the sides. They've got like two people that are flipping a burger on the grill.
Is this the
They're
secret
cutting the
to
buns. There's like one foot tall person on one side of the bun and another foot tall person on the other side of the bun, and they have a saw and they go heave, oh, and they cut through the middle of the bun.
Oh man, itty
So you
bitties.
you look around and he's like the guy he's like my name's Jarvis. I left my tab open here in 1997.
Oh
He was, and
no.
he, I've been a missing person for my entire life. He goes, I'm gonna die in this hellhole. He goes, but I learned a long time ago you can't get out. So you either gotta learn to live with it or take a short walk off of a short pier into a hot vat of oil
Oh God.
until your skin falls off. Your choice.
They have that set up?
You I mean, it's not like set up, but I mean, it's a commercial kitchen. They got a fryer going. They serve jalapeno poppers. They make a
Oh, sure.
bloomin'
Okay,
onion.
I get it. Yeah.
They make the
Oh
best bloomin'
man.
onion in the state of Texas, as recognized by the Bloomin' Onion Board.
Oh wow.
So yeah, there's a fryer there.
Okay.
Okay. And look, it wouldn't be the first time if they came in tomorrow morning and started their shift and had to fish a dead foot tall person out of that hot oil.
Ah, I mean they changed the oil.
He goes, after one of us takes a drink from it,
Yeah.
he goes, well, it depends on the time of day. Some people lose
Oh
their mind during
no.
dinner rush. He goes, you think I got time to change a fryer in the middle of dinner rush? He kind of takes another drag off that. Again, to us, would be a very small cigarette. He goes, you got a lot to learn about the restaurant industry, kid.
What?
He goes, but fortunately, all you got is time.
All right. Damn.
He he throws you an apron. He goes, you ever use one of these before? He like points up to a knife.
I've used a knife before.
He goes, all right, we got to prep some veg. He was come with me, and you like follow him, and eventually you're like, wait, so I'm never getting out of here?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm probably not. And you go, wait a second. You say, I have a date with like the most perfect woman in my entire life on Saturday. Things are just starting to turn around for me. He says, well, you should have closed your tab. I don't know what to tell you. He said, I had a wife and two kids. One of them got accepted to Syracuse. Again,
Oh,
1997. I probably got grandchildren
jeez.
out there. And my wife has been through at least 4 or 5 other men since I've been gone.
Oh.
He says, you know what thought keeps me up at night?
What?
It's not the fact that I'm a foot tall or I'll never escape this commercial kitchen. He goes, it's that my wife stopped loving me and tried to fill the hole that I left with other men.
Oh man.
He kind of looks out. He stands at the edge of like the walk-in fridge. You see the wind sort of blow his hair back as he just cracks the door open a bit. He goes, I think of the sound she makes with them every night, and only then can I sleep.
Wow.
He goes, so here's where we keep the onions. Lettuce is up here as well.
Oh, poor guy.
We do a big salad sandwich combo. And so we gotta have a lot of lettuce prepped because that's what I'm gonna have you working on today.
I guess I would start asking some questions. So, like, what happens when the restaurant closes?
He goes, oh, we go to bed. You go into dry pantry. There's like a bunch of little tiny foot long beds set up there.
What do you do for recreation?
He goes, oh, we work.
Oh, So you're like brainwashed.
He goes, we read labels, ingredient labels, we read
Oh no.
we read the legal agreement on the bottom of the bag. It says you can't sue us. We all kind of know it by heart. He laughs. One guy starts to like shout it out. He goes, "Not now, Rick." You know,
Rick.
he goes, "There's really not a lot to do here at Itty Bitties."
Oh man.
He goes, "But it could be worse." And he just kind of like, starts taking like he's got like a little step ladder that he gets up on. He like hooks it onto a shelf, starts climbing. He's tossing you down like romaine lettuce. Get some endive. You got to go through. He descends the ladder. You kind of like walk out into like the prep kitchen area. You guys like unload everything onto the board. You start chopping, and within like 30 seconds, you're like, "Wait, what the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, this is really, really
You're,
messed
you
up.
know, you see everybody kind of looks up at the clock. It's 12 noon, and they all kind of cower down. The door to the kitchen swings open, and the woman who owns the place, her name is Margaret Fallow. She steps through the kitchen. She goes, "Hello, my little worker bees." And they all go, "Hello." And she goes, "Are we having a good day today?" And they all say, "Yes." She kind of walks over and looks down at you. She goes, "Oh, we got a new one." She goes, "What's your name, sweetie?" You smell the cigarette smoke on her breath.
My name's Patrick.
She goes, "Patrick, nice to meet you. Hope everybody's treating you well. If they're not, just let me know. We'll get them in. We'll get them you know, right. We'll get them whipped into shape."
Okay.
She kind of like laughs.
It's
She doesn't
cool.
seem to like really mind the fact that she's got all these like foot tall people working for her. She goes, "Okay, I'll be in my office if you need me." She goes to turn away. Do you say anything to her?
I think I go, hey, this can't happen. Like, this is so illegal.
She kind of laughs. She opens like she's sitting in a chair in the office. She opens up an envelope and just starts counting money. It's like so much. It's all hundreds, and there's got to be 200 of them in the envelope. And
Wow.
she's just laughing. She goes, I'm afraid this is what it is.
Okay,
Sorry."
I'm gonna leave.
She goes, you're not gonna leave. Nobody leaves.
What do you mean?
She goes, I mean, nobody leaves. You work for itty bitties.
Hey, let me ask you this.
She
So,
goes,
keep going.
yeah. Oh, no, go ahead. She goes, please.
So, if okay,
Just
so
counting that fucking money.
I'm like a foot tall. Does that mean what's like the physics of that? Like, am I like kind of like jump really high or anything like that? I mean, I don't weigh that
No,
much.
you're foot, Matt, you're a foot tall.
Okay.
Why would you get jumping abilities?
Because I thought
Fucking
like if
idiot.
you were smaller, then you're more able
No,
to.
you're just what?
Well, I was gonna think about stealing the money and then just trying to jump away, but I guess it's not an option. Okay, I guess what I do is
No.
I play along and I figure out like how this works, what the schedule is, and what the best way to get out of here would be. I mean, I'm missing
So
that
you,
date for sure.
you think about that and you're like, okay, I've got to come up with a plan. And so you spend the next like couple weeks like monitoring how things
Ah,
go, where are the weak points, right? You're getting text messages from that girl, but you get no self signal in the building really, so you can't really text out. Um, you can definitely read the text messages that are coming in, and she's like,
oh
"Pat, I
no.
I can't believe you've ghosted me.
Oh
I thought you were different."
shit.
Right. So it's just like all of these horrible messages. And eventually you just like 2 weeks turns into 3 weeks, turns into 4 weeks, turns into 2 months, into 6 months, and then a year. And you spend the next 36 years
Oh no.
working in itty bitties. Nobody ever comes to look for you. And one day they were taking out the trash, and a cat that works at the or like lives at the gas station next door that is only there because the day shift manager Jennifer is feeding her fish skins that she catches.
Oh,
She like they have a pond out back, and she like skins all these fish and leaves the skins.
jeez.
She's like, I'll take him to the cat. And so this cat is always at this fucking gas station, right? And it saw you and saw you as
What?
prey, and it just ran over and ripped your fucking throat out. And you
Oh
died. You
no.
bled out there. You bled out there on the floor of itty bitties. And
Oh
they just
no.
squeegeed your blood down the drain. And they put your body inside of a trash bag layered with more trash, just threw in the dumpster, and nobody ever knew. Nobody ever knew.
But hold on. What happened to my plan? I wasn't ever able to like escape. Did I ever try?
No, no, you just kind of fell in line and just sort of did your time, and then a cat again, this cat who just smelled like total fish guts just rips your throat out right there.
Uh, just did prep work.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, you did 36 years of prep work.
That's that's so long. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
you cut the second largest number of heads of lettuce in your entire life.
Who's
You
number
never caught the
one?
guy who got number one. His name is Jose Chicas,
Whoa.
and you were always about 7 or 8 behind him. Like he knew you were a ghost on his tail.
Whatever.